Prince Harry has spent years trying to position himself as a beloved figure in the United States, but his efforts continue to backfire. The latest blow came from Hollywood legend Nathan Lane, who didn't hold back during his appearance on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. The Broadway icon provided scathing proof of why Americans are growing tired of Harry, exposing the Duke of Sussex's desperate attempts to stay relevant in a country that is increasingly rejecting him. When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepped down as senior royals in 2020, they portrayed themselves as victims escaping the oppressive British monarchy for a fresh start in America. They expected to be embraced as progressive icons, admired for their supposed courage in speaking out against the royal institution. But instead of admiration, they have been met with growing skepticism. Public opinion polls show that Harry's popularity in the U.S. has been plummeting, and according to Nathan Lane, it's because Americans have finally caught on to the hypocrisy and entitlement that define him. During his appearance on The Late Show, Lane didn't shy away from addressing the elephant in the room: Harry's relentless victim narrative and his inability to move past his privileged past. The actor, known for his sharp wit, pointed out that Americans value self-made success and resilience, two qualities that Harry severely lacks. A royal winner, Lane mocked Harry's endless complaints about his life, pointing out that Americans don't relate to someone who was born into unimaginable wealth and still manages to portray himself as a victim. He keeps telling us how hard his life has been, while living in a $14 million mansion in California, Lane reportedly quipped. Entitlement overload. The actor also highlighted the contradiction in Harry's behavior. He wanted to escape the royals, but can't stop talking about them, Lane said, referring to the prince's constant media appearances centered around his grievances with his family. Lack of purpose. Americans celebrate those who create their own paths, yet Harry's entire identity remains tied to the institution he claims to despise. What has he actually done since leaving the UK? Lane asked, besides complain and sign multi-million-dollar deals for spilling family secrets? Nathan Lane's remarks resonate because they highlight the real reasons behind Harry's declining reputation in the U.S. 1. Excessive complaining. Americans respect hard work and resilience. While people sympathized with Harry at first, his endless grievances, despite his extreme privilege, have made him unrelatable. 2. Hypocrisy. He constantly attacks the royal family while continuing to use his title for personal gain. He wanted privacy, but has spent years giving tell-all interviews, a Netflix documentary, and a memoir. 3. Lack of achievements. Unlike Meghan, who at least had an acting career before marrying into royalty, Harry has struggled to prove his worth outside of his royal status. His failed Spotify deal and underwhelming projects with Netflix only reinforce the perception that he lacks true talent or ambition. 4. Disrespect toward America. Many Americans see his behavior as entitled. He moved to the U.S. for freedom, but continues to criticize everything, from the First Amendment, which he once called bonkers, to American media when it doesn't paint him in a favorable light. Hollywood has also started to distance itself from Harry. Once welcomed by A-listers and media elites, he and Meghan are now struggling to maintain their star power. Invitations to major events are drying up, their business deals are crumbling, and even those who initially supported them are keeping their distance. Nathan Lane's remarks on The Late Show reflect a broader sentiment. America is done coddling Prince Harry. His attempts to carve out a new identity in the U.S. have only exposed his shortcomings, and the very people he thought would embrace him are now his biggest critics. If Harry wants to regain any respect, he'll need to stop playing the victim and start proving his worth. Otherwise, as Nathan Lane's brutal assessment suggests, he'll continue to fade into irrelevance.